How y'all doing? Tonight we're going to do a Southern country style dish, and I actually had a request for this. I've done it before, but my camera messed up, and I need to try it again. It's a very good recipe. I've made it many times. It just takes a lot of prep work. In this video, I'm not going to show all the prep work really. I'll explain how you do it. It's just a lot of getting your ingredients together and stuff like that. So tonight we're going to make some shrimp and grits. So let's get started making the grits. Okay, got my pot here on the stove, and I'm going to add some broth to it. I've got 3.5 cups of chicken broth and 1 cup of cream. It's going to make a real nice creamy grit. So I'm going to pour that in there and let that just come to a boil. Okay, while that's coming to a boil, I'm going to show you the grits I'm going to use. I use a corn grits, and you want to use the stone ground grits. The real grits, the kind you got to keep in the refrigerator after you open them. Because you're going to make, grits is a big part of this dish. You don't want to just use some instant stuff. Another big player in this dish is homemade bacon bits, and I'll show you how we kind of give you some pictures of how I made those earlier. You just got to cook off a lot of bacon, cut it up and make these bits. Now, so this mixture is just coming to a boil, so I'm going to add my 1.5 cup of grits. It's going to be good. Also going to add some salt and pepper. I'm going to turn this heat down. I'm going to set my timer for, let's see, for a lot amount of time to cook the grits according to the package directions. I'm going to stir these for a little bit, and then we're going to remove them from the heat. Okay, once you've cooked your grits for a lot amount of time, you give them a good stir. Taste them, make sure they're cooked, they ain't crunchy or nothing. You want to cover them and just set the grits aside for right now. Okay, we're going to crank this heat back up. And we'll get this pan on here. Okay, first what we're going to do, we got to add some oil. I got those bacon drippings, I saved them. A couple tablespoons of those. Now I know everybody's like, oh man, that's that bacon grease, ain't no good. Look, this is a dish we have down here for special occasions. You don't have it all the time, so it's okay every once in a while to cook something like this, in my opinion. If not, oh well. The hell with you. So put a little bit of oil in there too. Kind of cut them bacon drippings. And let that get hot real quick so we can fry these shrimp. We'll cook these shrimp actually. They're going to be real good. Alright. Now that the oil's gotten hot, we'll add these bacon bits that I made earlier. We'll let them cook up just a little bit. Oh, so good. Let me get you in here where you can see a little bit better. Oh, what's going on in the pan? Oh, that fell off in the sink there. There we go. Get some light on the subject here. Okay. So I'm just going to put these bacon bits just a little bit more. Saute them right here in the pan. Just gonna make them crispy so I'm getting any of the extra oil out of them. Okay, now that this bacon's fried up, crisp up just for a minute more here. I've got beautiful Gulf shrimp that I peeled just earlier, about 1.5 to 2 pounds. We'll put these over there. Now you don't want to overcook shrimp, of course, I want to say that. Just want to stir these in to get them a good coating. And that wonderful bacon, that bacon grease, all that good stuff. Just toss them around in there. And you'll notice as they start cooking, they'll start turning a little bit pink. That's good. Real good. You probably stir these around here for a couple more minutes. Also, while these shrimp are cooking, I'm going to season them just a little bit. Got this little seasoning I'm just going to sprinkle on them. I don't even know if you can see it falling there, but it's I'll show you what it is in just a second. I just really think it has a good flavor to it. It's this barbecue shrimp seasoning I've used before, and I actually put some on my bacon as I was cooking it. Yeah, it's got rosemary in it, got a little thyme, a little salt, pepper, just the basic stuff. But it gives the seafood a really good taste to me. Okay, now that these shrimp have started to turn kind of pink, I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit, about a little under medium. I'm going to add some garlic, about a tablespoon and a half of just minced crushed garlic. Look at that. Wow, the smell is just fantastic. This stuff, I'll tell you what, it's great. Also, about this time, I've got about 3 cups of sliced mushrooms I'm putting there. These mushrooms just cook down. Probably should have gotten a bigger pot. That's okay. They cook down in just a minute. Okay, now that I've added the mushrooms, let them cook just for a minute. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of white wine mixed with about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Got that in there. Let that simmer to get down to the bottom. I'm going to add a little bit of kick. We got some Tabasco. Add a couple drops of that. Probably about a teaspoon in all, I guess. And then just a little bit, like this crab bowl here. Oh, about a quarter cup full of that. Give it a nice flavor. We'll just stir all this around. And now you can smell that everything's incorporated in there. I'm going to add a little bit of paprika. It's just going to give it a little bit of color. And that'd be good for it. And some green onions. A couple that's about 2 bunches of green onions there. That's important when you're dealing with shrimp and grits. You want your green onions. Now I'm going to turn my heat all the way to off. You want it low, and I'm just going to stir all this up. Let it all mix in. Just keep it on low. This looks gorgeous. I'll tell you what, you really can't beat a wonderful bowl of shrimp and grits. Plate. Okay, might add just a tad more of that paprika. Just give it a little bit more of that wonderful color. And now I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to set this to the side. We'll get started on those grits. Anyway, I got my grits back over here. I don't want low heat. Go ahead and just kind of whip them up a little bit. Wow, they look good. Got about 5 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna throw in there just then. Let that melt. Stir that on in. And we've got about a teaspoon of cayenne. Just gonna give it the heat. Just gonna be careful with that heat on this dish because you can get it way too hot. Well, you know me, I like hot stuff, but I've got some people coming over and I want to make this where everybody really likes it. Now I've got some paprika. This is probably about 1.25 tablespoons, I guess. And again, this paprika is going to give it a nice, wonderful color. What you want to have there. Get your grits. Everything nice and mixed in. I'll go ahead and switch back over to my spoon. Okay. Now at this point you can decide, well, if it's a little bit too thick, which this is about perfect, but just because I want it to stay about this consistency, I'm going to add a little bit of milk. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of milk to it, not much. Like that. Stir that around. And loosen it up somewhat. Yeah, there we go. Because these grits, as they cool, and as we put these other ingredients in there, it's going to get thicker. Get the rest of that paprika in there. I'll waste that. Now, really important, my cheese. I have got about, let's see, what I would say this is, maybe about a cup of white cheddar I shredded and about 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. So here's about the cup of white cheddar, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit more than 3. Oh man, I went all on the cooktop. It'll be hard to clean. Anyway, I know what I'll be doing for the rest of the night. Oh, this cheese is just sizzling down there. So go ahead and just stir this cheese in here. Gosh, that's going to be a mess. This is going to be a good dinner today. Okay. Go ahead and turn my heat off. We want to be ready to serve. It's perfect. Ready to serve. Let me go ahead and get some grits in this nice bowl over here. Try not to dirty up so many spoons. Using this little bitty spoon to get these grits. Alright, got some of these wonderful grits here. Get some of that mess off the edge. Now it's time to get wonderful shrimp. Just gravy. Go ahead and just ladle that on top. Let you, whoa. Heck of a shrimp there. Then get one more there. Okay. There we go. This big guy, that big shrimp. I'll put a little one over here. Okay, get you some bacon bits, and make sure you get the mushrooms and everything too. Now, for garnish, best thing I think is take you a couple of these fresh green onions, drip that on there, and I made earlier. A little bit is called a candied bacon. I'll show you how to make it sometime. It's real good. Just do something like that. Maybe a little bit of paprika for color. Oh yeah. That is mighty fine right there. You got to try that one. Shrimp and grits. Southern Dixie style for sure. Now I know the real question is, how does it taste? Let's just see. Wow, a little shrimp on there. Perfect little bite with some grits. That is just wonderful. Those grits are so creamy. Those shrimp are perfect. That broth and sauce, it's wonderful. You could have tried this one. Like I said, it's got, excuse me, pretty good bit of prep work involved with it, as far as, cook all that bacon in the beginning, peel the shrimp, cut all the vegetables. Other than that, it's a wonderful dish to do. You really got to try this one.